Welcome back, everyone, to Zeke-ollege football. This is episode 3 of the New Mexico Dynasty, and we are going over some more recruiting before we get started in our Week 1 matchup against Arizona. So first things first, couple players locked us out: Jimmy Shepley, Braden Irving. Not much we can do there. We just cannot compete against some of these bigger schools right now. So we have to find good talent, and we have to make sure they come to our school. And right now, what that looks like is it looks like we might want to offer on Enrique Maragos. Looking over, seeing some of these players, looking at Tony Toner. Now we have a couple more points to add to him. We've learned a little bit more about him. I want to put some more points onto Tony Toner. Want him to come to the school. So putting 25 points, talking to the friends and family, trying to get that player. Now, Josh Hunt. We have 25 points already on him. We see that proximity to home is not something he cares about. Coach prestige is something he cares about. So we'll have to try to find a way to pitch him on the things that we're good at, and maybe sort of downplay some of the things that we're not so good at. And based on our overall grades, you can see there's not a lot that we're good at. For Rico Vieira, sending the house absolutely is working. We have a lead on him, and I'm very, very excited about that. Now for Jeff Chun, not a big dent being made to him. So going to try our best to get him, send the house on Jeff Chun. Now, Steve Villa, we have 10 points put on him. He likes proximity to home. That's good for us. Conference prestige doesn't hurt us too badly either. But we're looking at putting the friends and family benefit on him. And then Juan Bahama, we also want him. We're going to try to DM the player here. And really, we're just finding out some more information about these players. Going to offer Enrique Maragos, hit the friends and family for him. Now, one thing that I noticed is that we don't really have many good options at some of the skill position players. We have a good quarterback, but we don't really have that much with offensive linemen, or our running back room is a little old. So Dennis Breeze right here, a good power back. Going to do some quick scouting on him. And he looks pretty good. 83 speed, that's not amazing, but for a 2-star power back, some solid stats, we're going to offer him. Want to bring him in the building. And then we are going to put 10 points, the DM the player for him, and then maybe look towards adding another player as well to our board. We lost out on 2 players. They locked us out, so maybe throw a wide receiver on the board. Now, obviously, I would prefer to have a 3-star, but a 2-star, I'm not gonna complain too much about. Looking at Juan Portillo, we're gonna offer him or bring him into our recruiting board, and then scrolling down a little bit more, James Cordero, we're also going to look at here. So, seeing some more of the recruiting aspects, maybe looking at James Falk as well. So, Portillo, we're only able to scout these guys a little bit here, but you can see some good speed and some good acceleration there. Now, we're going to have to reallocate some of these points. We're leading on Juan Bahama. And then Looking at Alex Yates, it's not looking likely that we're going to get Yates. But I don't know that we should give up on him just yet. But we're definitely not going to get Lloyd. He is well out of our reach. Look at how close he is to committing to some of these schools. And we're gaining on Josh Hunt as well. So overall, I would say we've set up a good recruiting board. But recruiting is tough in this game, is what I've found. I just have not gotten used to it yet. But, want to at least offer some sort of scholarship to some of those wide receivers down lower on the board. So what we're going to do, we're going to take off the friends and family, and we are going to just go down to the DM a player for him, and then we're going to offer a scholarship to Juan Portillo, and we're going to offer a scholarship to James Falk as well. Now we have 5 points left. And looking at Braylon Mitchell, I'm not sold on Braylon Mitchell, to be honest. And then looking at Weatherby, again, just someone who is versatile. He's an athlete. We're going to look to try to bring him in there. So we are going to get started with some gameplay as well. So we're going to go red helmets, white uniforms, and red pants for this away game. And I'm going to pass it over to Zeke for some commentary. Welcome, everybody, to Tucson, Arizona, as we get set for Week 1 action between the Arizona Wildcats and the New Mexico Lobos. As the Wildcats running out to the field, ranked 16th in the nation coming into this game, facing off against a team that has already played a contest so far in this young season, the New Mexico Lobos, 1-0, as we will get started. Arizona has won the coin toss, and they have elected to kick the ball off. So this one, going deep for Miller. Receives it back, cutting over to the right, and he will be taken down, but only after he gets to the 15-yard line. Now, rivalry matchup here. Last game, pretty close, 45-37 in favor of the Wildcats. But Devin Dampier put on a show last week against FCS Northwest, but they're going to start this off with a 3-yard carry to Andrew Henry as he slices upfield. Dampier. On play action. No time, he's brought down. Jacob Manu came in with some heat, and it's 3rd and long for New Mexico just like that. Dampier gets the screen pass out to Andrew Henry, fighting forward, unable to pick up the first down. It's 4th and 3, and the Lobos going to go 3 and out on their opening series. Rodriguez with the punt, and it will take a favorable bounce and be downed at the 30-yard line. So that's where the Wildcats will start with the ball here. And players to watch out for, it has to be their quarterback, Noah Fafita. He really took off at the end of last season. And Tetroa McMillan, his star wideout. 1st and 10. Fafita will hand the ball off to Conley. And Quali Conley able to pick up 15 on his first carry. and that is more than good enough to move the chains. Fafita, another handoff to Conley, and this one will be brought down after a gain of 5, but certainly some running room here early for the Wildcats. 2 receivers out to either side, another handoff, but there was no place to go there. Loss of 2, and it's 3rd and 7. Fafita's first pass of the day. It will be incomplete, trying to go over to Tetreault and McMillan, and it was knocked away. So Arizona forced to punt here, Clayton. And it looks like he hit it off the side of his shoe. Not a great punt there for Clayton. But the ball back to the Lobos. 1st and 10. Handoff goes to Andrew Henry. Henry powers forward. Gain of 5 on the play. 2nd and 5. Devin Dampier fires. Incomplete. Just a hair in front of Andrew Henry. He looked like he had some running room if he caught it. And 2 receivers out to either side. Back in the backfield. Finds Henry. Andrew Henry. He could be gone, and he is. Touchdown, Lobos. A long pass play to Andrew Henry. And it's New Mexico who strikes first in this matchup. 7-0. Great placement by Devin Dampier. And the Lobos with a lead here early. A 70-yard strike. Fafita will hand the ball off, and not much running room there for Rayshawn Luke. Gets about 2 yards before he's dragged down. This one, another handoff to Luke. He will pick up first down yardage. So getting the run game going here early are the Arizona Wildcats. Fafita. Another handoff to Luke. This one, gain of 3 off to the right side. And really, New Mexico's defense has not found an answer to the run game. As another handoff to Luke. This one, good run fit by that Lobos defense, and it forces another 3rd down. 3 receivers in a bunch set off to the left. Fafita going right. And that one knocked away, incomplete. Good play on defense, and another punt for the Wildcats. Clayton booms it deep. And it is fair caught by Pope at the 25. And so the New Mexico Lobos offense going right back to work after their touchdown drive. Not a lot of room on that right side for Andrew Henry. Tried to get the edge, but there was no space. 2nd and 9. Handoff to Henry. Makes a man miss, but only gains about 5 yards. And it's 3rd and 4. Devin Dampier. Looking, firing. Finds his tight end, and they're going to mark them just short. 4th and inches. And it looks like they're going to be pretty aggressive here. Handoff up the middle. Eli Sanders able to pick up first down yardage, but a very aggressive play call by head coach Victorious to try to squeeze through and continue this drive. When you're looking for the upset, you really have to be a little bit more aggressive. And another good run there by Henry makes it 2nd and 4. Dampier Fires, finds his tight end, good enough for first down yardage. Bruckler hangs on to that one. Dampierre brings his receiver in motion on the jet touch pass. And Caleb Medford able to gain about 7 on that play. Setting up 3 yards and second down. Henry is clobbered, but they're going to mark it just short. It's 3rd and inches from the 44-yard line, and that will be the end of the first quarter. So as we get set to start the second quarter of action, New Mexico, surprisingly, with a 7-point lead, although they have 3rd and inches approaching them. From the Arizona 44, Dampierre motions Bruckler over, looking, scanning, incomplete. Tried to push that one downfield, just ran out of time. And it's going to be a punt for the Lobos, trying to play the field position game. Rodriguez, and there's a penalty flag down, and it might be roughing the punter against Arizona. We're awaiting the referee's signal, and wow, a costly penalty will continue this New Mexico drive. So 1st and 10 now from inside the 30 after the penalty. Dampierre fires, finds Henry. He will run out of bounds, but not until he gains another 5 yards. Henry has been very effective in the passing game. He's really been their top passing threat. This one fired out to Medford. He'll pick up first down yardage on the screen pass. And it's 1st and 10 from inside the 20 now. Fires, incomplete, intended for Luke Wysong, but Celestine in coverage, and he made a good play on the football. Going to go back to the run game. Andrew Henry with a 3-yard gain, and it's 3rd down. Dampierre looking, rolling out, fires, incomplete. So it's 4th down, and the Lobos going to try to take their points, and the field goal is up and good. So a 10-0 lead for New Mexico here in the second quarter, and if anyone could predict that Arizona was going to start this slow, then they would be a better predictor than I would. I didn't expect this one. But 1st and 10 now from the 16-yard line after a very short return. Hand off to Conley. Conley, not a lot of running room there. Gets about 2, and that is it. Fafita looks over to the sideline. And he'll opt to keep this himself. Takes a big hit from Santornios. And it's 3rd and 8. Fafita finds McMillan, and McMillan, a good run after catch, able to pick up a lot of yards, pushing it to about the 40. So from the 38 now, Fafita will hand it back off to Conley. Not a lot of running room there, just a 3-yard gain, but those are body blows, folks. The more they establish this run game, the more tired this defense is going to get. Fafita, off play action, finds his man downfield, and they're going to go hurry up. A tight window throw by Fafita, and a good play by the wideout. Brings him in motion now, and hand off to Conley. And still not a lot of running room there. But Arizona finally on the move now. And Fafita's going to keep it himself, breaks a tackle, and takes a huge hit from Combs. Surprised he held on to the football there, but 3rd and inches. Upcoming now for the Wildcats. No Fafita. And Conley is swallowed up in the backfield. Great play by Derek Moore. And they're going to go for this on 4th and 3. No Fafita. Handoff to Conley. He breaks through. There was a lot of green grass in front of him. They were lucky to track him down. And that is how we reach the 2-minute warning here. Fafita from the 14-yard line. Looking, scanning, fires, finds the end zone. Touchdown, Wildcats. A good throw and catch, and Arizona finally on the board. Cuts the deficit to just 3. Lamp boots it off deep. Miller on the return. And look at Miller, all the way out to the 21-yard line. Devin Dampier looking to try to continue this upset bid. Henry, good play. Good run after catch, and that will get him to the 35-yard line. Devin Dampier. Pass is caught by Bruckler. And they're going to go hurry up here. Dampier. Pressure coming. And he can't do anything about it. Ball comes out, and it's recovered by Arizona. So a disastrous sequence for the Lobos as they had a drive going, but a costly turnover gives the ball right back to the Wildcats. Incomplete, intended for Conley, but there is an injured player for New Mexico. It's going to be Keeney, the defensive tackle, who was named Mountain West Player of the Week last week. Incomplete pass, and it's 3rd and 10 now for Arizona. This one is caught as Keeney is revealed to have bruised ribs. But Clayton, and they're going to call a timeout here. New Mexico called a timeout trying to get the ball back with more time and maybe do something. I mean, they were driving, and that is killer. The second running into the kicker penalty that we've had so far today, and this one will extend Arizona's drive. Aaron Smith, the senior, with the costly error, as Arizona now with a fresh set of downs all the way at the 27-yard line. Fafita is brought down. Sack on the play, timeout called by Arizona. Dimitri Johnson got home with some pressure. Fafita looking, fires, and it is caught in traffic. And another timeout called by the Wildcats. But they are moving the ball now. 1st and 10 from the 14. Noah Fafita. Looking around, scanning. And it is intercepted by Moore. Derek Moore picks it off. And the bend but don't break defense of the Lobos making a difference. Fires, caught by Henry. Andrew Henry, he fumbles the ball. And it's recovered by Arizona all the way at the 45-yard line. So a huge swing of emotions for both the home and away fans here. 20 seconds left. And a huge pass. And it's heading to the end zone. And Arizona with Montana Lamonius Craig with a dagger at the end of the quarter. Oh, the New Mexico fans must be sick to their stomach. 2 turnovers. Extremely costly. And they went from having a 10-0 lead to trailing by 4 to potentially end the half. Handoff goes to Henry. Not a lot of room. And that will do it. We're just going to skip over halftime like usual, so just enjoy the second half. As we get ready to start the second half of play, 14-10 in favor of the Wildcats, as this one kicked deep and returned by Luke, a solid return out to about the 22-yard line. Now, Arizona trying to build off some of that momentum that they got towards the end of the first half. Scored 14 consecutive points. We'll see if they can add to that tally, as this one's going to be a handoff to Conley, and Conley powering forward for another gain. This one gets him 10 and another first down. This Lobos defense has really struggled to stop the run, as Noah Fafita going to take it himself. And another first down. Fafita able to pick that one up with his legs. But now 2 receivers out to the left and 2 receiving threats out to the right. They're going to hand it off, and a lot of room for Conley. Look at Conley power through all the way to the 40-yard line. Quarry Conley. And this Arizona offense is moving. Handoff goes to Conley again. Lobos lucky to stop him up after only a gain of 6 there. And it's 2nd and 4 from the 34-yard line. Gonna go with the run again. This time Luke, and not a lot of room, off towards that left side. 3rd and 4 now. Fafita. Checking back, handoff, goes up the middle, and just enough for another first down. And Conley's up to 77 yards on the game. So a great day for that young man. Fafita will throw this one to Conley, and Quarry Conley into the end zone. Touchdown, Wildcats. The 3rd passing touchdown for Fafita on the day, and another strike to Quarry Conley. He's been very, very productive so far today. Loop, gonna kick it off, and this one's fielded by Pope. Gonna slice up field and get out to about the 23-yard line. So all of a sudden, the Lobos went from having a 10-point lead to now trailing by 11. Let's see how they respond. Dampierre finds Bruckler over the middle for a gain of 2, but not much doing there. It's been pretty accurate so far today, but again, when your team's losing, accuracy doesn't mean as much. Fires it out to Andrew Henry, unable to slip a tackle and get any more yardage on that play. So it's 3rd and 8 now for New Mexico. This one fired, intercepted. It's picked off, a broken tackle, heading to the end zone. He's in to Cario Davis, a pick 6. And this game might have just been broken open. Dampier threw that ball across the field a little too late, and Davis cut in front of it. And now the lead is up to 18. Loop kicks it off to Pope. And Pope gets tackled at around the 19-yard line. So, Lobos in panic mode now. It's Devin Dampier. This first turnover on the season. This one fired. It's caught. Pope slicing up the field to the 30, the 20, the 10. They're not going to catch him. Touchdown, Lobos. Caden Pope took that the length of the field, and a quick strike touchdown puts the lead back to 11. 28-17. And another long touchdown pass for Devin Dampier. And they're going to take a knee there. And they will get the ball to start at the 25-yard line. Hand off to Quarry Conley. Conley slicing up the field, broken tackle. And past midfield, he goes over the century mark. 106 rushing yards so far this game. Fafita will change the play. They're going out of an empty set now. Fires, and it is caught. Just shy of first down yardage. So 2nd and 1 now for the Wildcats. Noah Fafita. Hands off to Quarry Conley, breaking a tackle. But not before he gets another first down. Continuing to plow through. Quick pass over the middle. Finds his receiver. And they are all the way to the 3-yard line. Raymello Murphy. A good pitch and catch. And Conley is knocked down. Another tackle in the backfield for Dimitri Johnson. Fafita. And another tackle, this one made by that stout defensive line, and it's 3rd and goal. A field goal here would keep it a 2-possession game. But they're going to throw, end zone, caught, touchdown, Murphy. Raymello Murphy holding on through contact. And we are an extra point away from this lead being extended. It's an 18-point game again. As Loop's going to kick this one deep for Pope. It's fair count. They will have it at the 25-yard line to start off their drive. A quick touchdown on the last drive. And handoff goes to Henry off towards that left side. And he will gain about 5 yards, 2nd and 5 now. Coming up, Dampier scrambling and will pick up some good yardage on the scramble. Gain a 16 on the play, and that's more than enough to move the chains. Trying to slow down the offense a little bit. Spin move, Henry. Powering forward, and Andrew Henry is hurt. So in comes Eli Sanders. Dampier going to hand off to Sanders. He is stopped up. It's 3rd and 2. Bruised hand for Andrew Henry. So he could return to the game, but they're going to let him rest on the sideline a little bit. Dampier on 3rd and 2 from the 46-yard line. Fakes the handoff. Rolling out, looking, firing. Intercepted! It's picked off the 2nd time this game. And Gunnar Maldonado, that free safety, got over there, undercut the route. And we see the coach, he's having a bit of a conversation with Dampier. And it looks like they are going to bring in the backup quarterback, Austin Lincoln, later on in the game. So, 21 seconds left. Fafita going to hand off to Conley. We've seen that before. 16 seconds left in the quarter. But this quarter has been all Arizona. Fafita. Handoff goes to Conley again. Broken tackle and finally wrestled down. But another first down. And that's going to be the end of the quarter. As we get started for the fourth quarter of play, that was a huge third quarter for the Wildcats. Really started to pull away in this one. 2 interceptions and a whole bunch of points for them. Scored 21 in that quarter. It's 1st and 10. And they're going to continue to hammer the ball on the ground. Conley, another big gain for Quarry. Conley off to the right side. And it is another first down all the way into Lobos territory. Another handoff to Conley. He's slicing through. He breaks a tackle. And he will score. Quarry Conley, another touchdown on the day, 182 yards. And it is 42-17. Loop to kick it deep. And Miller going to return this one. Not a great return. Gets out to about the 16. And we will get our first look at the backup quarterback, Austin Lincoln. Lincoln, deep pass. He finds his receiver. Jones was open. And a good play there by Austin Lincoln to find that receiver. He's going to hand the ball off to Henry. Big run by Henry. And Lincoln trying to prove that he should get some more reps here. Engineering a pretty solid drive so far. Lincoln is sacked. Another tackle made in the backfield by Jacob Manu. His second sack of the game. Lincoln fires. Intercepted. It is picked off. And another takeaway for this Arizona defense. Fafita and the starters still out there. But we might see some backups coming in as a big hit to Quarry Conley. As it looks like they're going to substitute one of the strong safeties out of the game. As Ellis has really been hurting. But we're going to, as a timeout is called by New Mexico to make that substitution there. 1st and 10 from the 38. And Fafita going to hand off to Quarry Conley. And more time going to continue to tick off of this clock. Not a lot that New Mexico can do here except just accept defeat and move on to the next week. It's always tough when you're playing a ranked opponent, and Arizona absolutely showed why they were ranked today, as Murphy gets another first down on the end around. And we've reached the 2-minute warning just like that. Fafita going to hand the ball off to Conley. Nothing going. gain of 1, but he's up over 200 yards on the game. 2nd and 9 from the 18-yard line. This game all but over. To throw McMillan. McMillan slices upfield all the way down to the 5-yard line. Fafita. Gonna wait again. Touch pass. Murphy's thrown down in the backfield. Another tackle for Derek Moore. But it's more or less too late here, as time will tick down further and expire. So that will do it, folks. The final score, Arizona 42 and New Mexico 17. From EA Sports, I've been Zeke Kransdorf. Thank you for listening. Okay, so that was a tough game, but we are going to switch over to the post-game press conference from head coach Victorious. All right, I'll be fielding questions now.
Tough loss here today. Are there any positives to take away?
Yeah, I mean, there definitely are positives. First things first, whenever you have a lead over a ranked team, there's definitely some positives. I like the way we played throughout most of that first half. Tough end to the first half, and we really just lost a lot of the momentum there in the third quarter, fourth quarter. It wasn't really much that we could do once it got out of hand, but we certainly showed some fight. They're a very good team, and I'm looking forward to a lot of what we have going on next. Next question.
You have a bye week coming up next. How will you use this time to prepare?
Yeah, whenever you have a bye week, it just gives you a lot more time to focus on moving forward. Can't live in the past. We always used to hear you have to have a memory of a goldfish, right? And you can't let the negatives get to you, and you can't let the negatives weigh you down and continue to weigh you down. Yeah, you got to take a punch and then forget that you took the punch so you feel even strong. So with the bye week, some things that we're going to do, we're going to go over film. Absolutely going to go over some film. There are a couple open players that we missed, a couple reads that I would have liked to have back. And then on defense, got to go over stopping the run. It's been 2 weeks in a row, and it's just been really tough. When you rank up in competition, you're going to see that certain players just really elevate their game. And the running back for Arizona, Conley, today he just played fantastic. They got a great guy there. But yeah, certainly a lot to prepare for next week. I only have time for one more question. We're going to go with you over there in the back.
In the third, you took Devin out of the game. What was your reasoning there?
He's a young guy. We've all been there. Sometimes you get in your own head. And I could tell that after that second interception, he was just sort of getting in his own head a little bit. We'll go with this with Austin, and from there, we'll just see. Not only does he get Devin a chance to watch what he's doing as well on the tablets, on the sideline, everything like that, but it gives Austin a chance to show what he's made of as well. It's not a full-blown quarterback competition. I'm not going to, come out here and say that, we're not sticking with Devin. Devin's our guy. He's been our guy. He will continue to be our guy, but he's learning. He's developing. And sometimes you have to just say, okay, enough's enough for this game. It's time for him to head back to the sidelines, learn, do some more reps in practice, and then come back out in week 3. Thank you guys for the press conference. I appreciate it. But yeah, we're on to the next week.